Yes, man, dingoes. I've just parked up round the back of Dalton Park Shopping Outlet. It's blowing a gale plat, and it's time to do another serious stealth camp. You better believe it. Right. Welcome back to the Blood Outdoor Show, guys. Thank you for joining me on a very windy stealth camping adventure. I've just came behind here to try and get some shelter so I can talk to you legends. Yes, I'm in Merton, County Durham. I'm behind the Dalton Park Shopping Outlet. It's like a big outdoors discount shopping outlet. But there's not just shops here. You've got a cinema, different restaurants, a big Morrison supermarket, pubs where you can go in and get a drink and a meal. There's all sorts going on. Now, just opposite, there's like a hilly, banky area with some trees and bushes. Not that the bushes are going to help, they're all a bit Bear Grylls at the minute, being winter time. But I'm going to have to find somewhere because it's going to be pitch black very soon. And this man Dingo's got a few beers to drink. I've got some nice Whisky liqueur, some red wine. We're going to cook some nice food, and as usual, we're going to talk an absolute crock of shite. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mooch straight through the whole length of the shopping centre so you can see exactly what I'm camping next to, rather than just going straight up on the hills and seeing, oh, there's Dalton Park over there. We'll walk through. It's proper blowing a gale plat here, like, and then yeah, we'll find a good camping spot. Let's go, man, dingoes. Right, folks, that's where I just came out of there, Dalton Park Shopping Centre. That's where I'm looking to get, over there in the hills somewhere, straight opposite. There's a pub there as well. I could pop in for a pint, but there's no need. I've got my own beers and Whisky. Let's go, guys. The Dancing Betty, or as people around here call it, the Sweaty Betty. Here, Mason. It's got a massive car park here. It's got Morrison's over there. Let's get up in these hills somewhere. Looks like there's a bushy area just up there. That'll ding dang do for this man, Dingo. You better believe it will. Up here, folks. Let's see what we can see, as they say in the southeastern region of Mongolia. Looks like a well-worn track where you'll get dog walkers. To take them up onto these hills, because it goes down over there somewhere in a dip. It's like a bridge goes over a stream. But I want to be round here somewhere where I'm looking onto Dalton Park. Later on, you might get young'uns coming in the car park. This has been made now into a proper serious stealth camp after that last clip I showed you when I was walking up the bank at the end of the car park and I was seeing right, I need to find a camping spot up here. I knew, you know when you can sense someone following you, and I could see someone at the corner of my eye, but I just thought it was someone walking back to his car. But then as I started walking up the bank, I could like, you know, you get a feeling, don't you? So when I pressed stop, I turned round and I just stood still, and he came up and he went, "Can I have a word with you, mate?" It was only a security guy, wasn't it? I mean, he was a nice lad from Dalton Park Shopping Centre. And he said, "You've parked behind there where you shouldn't be parking." So they must have had cameras around the back and they've clocked us straight away. I went, "All right, sorry, I didn't realise." I said, there was no double yellow lines there, and I kept out of the staff car park. You know, like on the side of a path. He went, "Oh no," he said, "you can't park there. Me manager says you've got to move." I went, "All right." I says, "Well, I'll go back and move it soon." I said, "I'll just go and park it outside someone's house along the road." He went, "Right." He says, "Can I ask you what you're doing?" He went, first of all, he went, "I'm going to press record on my camera." He went, "Do you mind?" Well, he was going to do it anyway, so I said, "No, I don't mind, mate." He said, "Are you recording?" I said, "No, I'm not recording, mate." And I showed him my camera. I said, "I'm not recording." And then he was talking to his manager as well on the old Mike Bassett. And then he says, "Right," he says, "you were walking through Dalton Park, through the shopping centre." He says, "We've noticed you recording." Well, I know you're not supposed to record in there because it's private property. But I just played daft. And I said, "Oh, I thought you could record anything from a public place." He said, "Well, yeah, you can." He went, "But that's private in there." I said, "Well, I'm sorry, mate. I didn't mean to." I said, "I was only getting a few 5-second clips here and there just as I was walking through." He says, "Can I ask you what you're doing with that big rucksack on?" Well, I couldn't lie. You know, I'm not going to stand there and tell a barefaced lie. I said, "Right, I'm going for a camp." I says, "But I've just parked there because it's a safe place to park. Where it's all like lit up with street lights and that, and round the back of like the cinema." I says, "I'm going all the way over here, over the hills, over the farmers' fields for a camp." He says, "Oh, that's all private land." And his manager was talking as well, so I could hear him talking. He said, "No, my manager says you're not allowed to camp there. It's all private land and you need to move your car." So I didn't want to kick up a fuss, you know, and draw even more attention onto myself. So, yeah, after a few choice words, nothing too bad, I kind of just said, "Right, okay, I'll go back to the car and I'll move on." So what I've done is, it's about a 5-minute drive. I've had to come back round all the way around, and here I am now. You can see Dalton Park through there in the hills is like over there. So I've parked on this like quiet road. It's actually, everyone calls this road the road to nowhere. I don't know where its official name is. So yeah, I've been sitting around for over an hour listening to the football scores. Sunderland won again, so that's put a smile on my face. Anyway, just before I've pressed record on this and started talking to you now, I've just been over to where I'm going to camp, but it's pitch black. You can't see a thing. I had the torch on my phone. I left my bag here. I wanted to do like a little recce trip, do you know what I mean, and check out, because you're walking through Bogdan Milosevic, you know, it's Jody Marsh, stepping through puddles, cutting through like bushes and trees. There's a fence there, but part of the fences came down, so I found out, I figured a route to go through, the old Joe route to go through in the pitch black. So yeah, let's get the Baghdad on my Baccaroni and let's try for a second time. Now, because I've sat around, I think there's a good hour and a half past, something like that, since I was talking to the security guy. So hopefully they think I'm long gone now, the old long gone dingo mandingos, as they say in the mountain villages of Patagonia. And even worse news, while I was up there doing the recce mission, my hat blew off. I spent about 10 minutes looking round for it, the long grass. I cannot find it anywhere. Luckily, I've got a nice warm hat in the old Baghdad. Right, guys, come on. Let's get the Baghdad on my Baccaroni and let's get back to the camping spot. Get the tent up, because I'm dying for a beer and a nice little chest warmer. I'll bring you back along the track, as they say in the do-doing. Rice. Right, folks. We're taking the back route in through the fields. Here we go, mandingos. So we need to jump over these. Right. along this path. Walk along here for a couple of minutes and then turn left and up a steep bank around here. Yep, I'm on the right track. You can see where the fence is broke there. Oh shit, I've just stood in a puddle. My bloody foot's soaking wet. Right guys, I need to go up the steep bank here and then over to my camping location. Mad for it. Oh God. Oh shit. The trees are a bit lower. With the Baghdad on my back of route, why I'm some John Rambo. Shit. Yep, I'm on the right track. Oh. He good. I'm blown. I need to get me inhaler out and have a puff. Air matron. Sell us me haircut. Shit, it's the place. They're looking for the Mandingo. Right guys, this is definitely the way. The way of the Mandingo. No, this is definitely the way. I've already been up once, like I've said, without my rucksack on, and I crossed over that bridge. It's another couple of minute walk down there, and then I'll be in the spot looking over into Dalton Park car park. Hopefully security think I've gone all together and they don't come back. The last thing I want to do is get busted blood vesseled and rumble or cupped at exactly the same time. I don't mind what's happened. Kind of makes the video a little bit more of a challenge. Yeah, I can't have any dickheads saying, well, that wasn't very stealthy, Mandingo. If you know what I'm talking about. Right, I'll bring it back when we're getting into our camping spot. Lice. Right, I know now to turn left because I looked at that and I knew when I get to that, turn left and go down this way. You can see Dalton Park there. Oh yes. Here we are folks. This is where we're going to call home for tonight. It's a decent flat enough spot. A few sticks not lying around, I need to clear the way. So yeah, no time for messing around. When I bring you back, I'll have the tent up and I'll have a beer in my hand. You better believe I will. My man and woman friend dingoes. Gale, Platt, force winds. This is something I'm probably just going to have to keep doing whenever I'm talking. I'm going to have to keep popping inside the tent because it's that windy outside. You're not going to be able to hear a word I'm saying. Maybe that's a good thing if I record outside. You might not want to hear any of the shite that I come out with. Yes folks, first can dingo of the night. We are on the Belgian base tonight, the old San Miguelski. I've already had half a can while I was getting set up. Yeah, that was eventful, but that's just the way it goes, guys. When you come stealth camping, you can't expect to go out week after week, in my case every week of the year, and camp somewhere you shouldn't be camping, because a lot of people might not realise this. I know most of you legends do know, but in England, 2 seconds guys, just make sure this light's off. Yeah, in England, while camping, you know, when you're not camping on a campsite, it's illegal. All land's owned, just like this land here is owned by whoever owns Dalton Park, like the manager said. But if you're watching, manager, can I just see you? Mandingo 1, manager nil. Unless I get moved on still, I'll have to like not be stupid with the lights. I'm not going to stand out there and flash me lights. I'm not going to stand out there and flash our matron. Right. So I'm all settled now. All me food and me drink and me setup is all sorted out. First, I'm going to enjoy a nice good old Jeff beer, and then I'll show you all my stuff soon. Whew. If I'd have just parked over where I've parked now in the first place, I could have walked over here. No prob dingo mandingos. No one would have batted an eyelid. Or even if I just parked it down, if I'd parked down there in Morrison's car park and came straight up. But I didn't want to park down there because you get them park and eye things, don't you? Where you get like 3 hours maximum parking time, and if you go over that you can get a fine in the post. So I didn't want to push me luck that way, guys. So that's why I parked behind on a path. I think it was okay to park where I parked. Like, I think the manager was just being a bell end. But if I'd have kicked off a right fuss, it could have made things worse. You know, if I'd said, right, you're not stopping me, I'm camping up there. They could be coming up now looking for us still. In the end, I've just said, right, okay then, I'm going back in my car, I'll go off and I'll camp somewhere else. So I think I've gone. Plus, I parked where I parked. I'm going back to that now because I wanted to walk all the way through Dalton Park just so you could see, you know, where I'm camping, what I'm camping next to, rather than just saying, oh, there's Dalton Park over there. So yeah, cheers mandingos. Right, it's happy dingleberries, as they say in the doing here on the Black Outdoor Show. I think I'm going to have a couple of little chest warmers with that bad boy, and I'm going to go outside and train the old lizard, the old Eddie lizard, and I'll bring you legends back and a few Neil Sedakis bicycles. Oh yes. Okay. Brr. 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 Bungalows. Brian Badundi. Brr. It's absolutely brr. It's freezing out there. But it's not that cold really, you know. It's that wind chill that's freezing. When I'm inside here, I'm not needing the old heated glove dingoes. I've had them on, standing outside, enjoying a can of Belgian beer. The old San Miguelski. Yeah, I'll turn that off because I don't want the battery to run out in case I need them later on. Yeah, but once I'm in the tent and I've got that wind off us, I'm not needing the heated gloves. That's how I know it's nowhere near as cold as what it is when I'm camping high up in the hills, you know, when I'm in the Lake District or Northumberland. Because like in them places, even when you come in the tent, it doesn't warm up, I should say. It doesn't warm up, it doesn't cool down. I am some lyrical genius. But soon as I'm coming in the tent here, out of the wind, yeah, you can feel it getting warmer straight away. Okay then, my fan sexualities. Time for another drinky poos. I've had 2 Candingos. In fact, let's show you me stuff while we're here. I wasn't going to do it, but I might as well do it now. So I've had 2 cans of Belgium's finest, San Miguel. Obviously 2 left. Let's open one while we're talking. A crock of shite. Cheers, my Mandy Dingles, my man and woman friend Dingos. Right, so I've got a little bottle of red wine for later. The old Jam Shed Sherry's. This has been given to me from a legend by the name of Kev Johnson. Cheers, Kev, my man friend. It's not a normal whiskey, it's a British honey liqueur whiskey. A normal whiskey would be 40%. Sorry guys, 40%. Get your words out, Chris. That's 30. But it's a whiskey liqueur, like a honey whiskey liqueur. It's still going to be strong enough, and I've brought the full bottle out, so I'm going to be mangled, spangled, and totally grangled by the time I finish her off after the 4 cans and the red wine as well. Kev, who bought me that, cheers Kev mate, he's actually the admin on the Facebook group. That's not run by me, it's run by him and his 2 moderators, Kelly and Scott. Cheers Kelly and Scott, thank you very much. You do an absolutely fantastic job, Dingo, my man and woman friend Dingos. But yeah, Kev's the admin, and he does a fantastic job. Cheers Kev, and thank you very much for that whiskey liqueur. I will certainly ding dang do a world famous review later on. If you haven't joined the Facebook group, guys, why not join up? You've got to answer a couple of little questions. If you've been watching the Blot Outdoor Show, you should be able to answer the questions. They're very easy. And then I think there's something else you've got to like click to sign to agree to something. There you go. Join up. It's a great community. Everyone gets on. Everyone's like-minded. A good laugh. Sharing funny photos. You don't have to post things about me. No sirree. You can post your own camping photos or videos on, or little funny pictures and just stuff like that, and have a good crack, a good community, as they say in the gay bars of San Francisco. Let's have a look and see what we've got. You'll recognise these guys from my main mail. I took them out last week when I was with little Mick, the human dorsal fin. Oh yes, we didn't eat them because we were too smash burgered and we fell asleep. And the sell-by date's like, God, there's weeks left on these. So we've got 4 jumbo frankfurters. Even them buns, these are the same buns. Normally your buns will go out of date after a few days, but because these is brioche buns, the old briochski, they don't go out of date until sometime in January. So we've got brioche buns, frankfurters, and a tin of Tesco chili con carne. So having chili dogs for snacks. You can see down there I've got some sour Skittles. If I don't eat them, I'll take them out on my next wild camp. Anything I don't eat doesn't get wasted. It either goes to me dogs or gets taken out in the next camp. I've got a chicken and mushroom Vlidio nasty, and down there we've got some of this Polish cooked sausage selection. Mad for it. So we've got plenty of snacks, guys. We've got plenty of drinks. Anything else in there? There's a Jurgen Cloffy there for Inzy Morgan. And I've got a Viscount. I've got 2. There's another one somewhere. I've got a Viscount, the old Viscount Duckula. They're not called Viscounts, man, Dingo. They're called Viscounts. Oh, 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 oh. Come on then, folks. Let's finish this beer off. I've showed you all my stuff. You know the drill inside. The old foil mat goss. The Berghaus sleeping pad. OEX 4-season sleeping bag. And I've already told you what tent I'm in. Cheers, guys. Cheers, guys and girls. Yes, this is shaping up to be a fantastic stealth camp. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I love it. You cannot beat it, guys. You cannot whack it, as they say in the Dudonsky. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Bicycles. Wind's picking up, folks. Gale Platt's kicking off. Washer's Bonnie. The seller's our jawline. A few minutes ago, I said, oh, it's not that cold. It's absolutely Baltic. That just shows how I can talk shite sometimes. After I said that to you, oh, and then a few minutes passed, I thought to myself, man, Dingo, you're talking shite, it's freezing. The old heated glove dingoes is going back on in a few seconds. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get this door shut. I'm going to shut the flap. Oh, matron, shut your flaps. You know what I'm talking about, guys. Right, how are heated glove dingoes is here. Let's shut the old flapperoonies. Get warmed up, get a few more shots of this Blabel Whisky liqueur. Yes, happy dingleberries. Oh, yes. Oh yes, my Mandy Dingles. Just enjoying a few sour Skittles. Sitting chilling in the old battered and bruised Van Gogh Orion. This is the way of the Mandingo. You better believe it is, guys. The only time I eat sweets or candy from my viewers from the good old US of here. The only time I eat them is when I come camping. I thought I heard something outside there. You do get foxes and things like that. Shh. Yeah, it's a fox. It's a fox, guys. I knew it was a fox or a rabbit or something like that. Yeah. I've got a San Miguelski, Belgium's finest, and I just keep having a nice little sip of Blabel original whiskey liqueur. You might not think a thin piece of material could do a good job of keeping you warm, but just since I've closed that dorsal fin, the human dorsal fin is joining me, yes, in a couple of days time in the Lake District. So make sure you tune in on Christmas night for that one, guys. Right, let's get back on track with this. Since I shut that door, It's warmed up in here, yeah. It's my body heat. I'm a big fat bugger anyway, so all my body heat will be heating up inside this tent. Yeah, fantastic. Go Mandingos, as they say, in the sandiest parts of the Sahara, if you know what I'm talking about. And the vineyards of Venezuela. Ricicles. Aye. However then, should we answer a little question? While we're tent bound. Well, we're not really tent bound, I'm just sitting chilling out, yeah. I'm getting ready to watch the boxing. I've got that already on my phone to watch tonight. Dave Allen got robbed, didn't he? In that earlier fight. If you're not into boxing, guys, sorry, I'm not going to bang on too much about it. But aye, Fury and Usyk tonight. It's one of them ones where if someone, I'm not really bothered who wins, but if someone really pushed us into answer and said, come on Mandingo, you've got to answer, I'll say Fury. Because he's English, he's British. Yes, he can be a knobhead, but I can be a knobhead as well. He's an entertainer, do you know what I mean? And when he was rising up through the ranks, and you had, like, obviously well-established world champions, he made a noise, he made a sound, he put himself out there and got his name. You know, let's put it a different way. If you just sit back and be a nobody, he's not going to sell as many tickets. You're not going to put bums, you're not going to put bum dingoes on seats, mandingos. So in that way, Fury, he's a master at what he does. Plus, he is a brilliant boxer as well. Just I think Usyk might be a little bit better. But I do want Fury to win. Do I think he'll win? I don't know. He can. Of course he can. People's wrote him off in the past, so he can certainly win tonight. So I'm not going to say who I think's going to win. It's a 50-50 one for me. But I do slightly want Fury to win. But if Usyk wins, that doesn't bother us because I love him as well. He's an absolute gentleman. He's class, isn't he? He's not just a good fighter. He's a class act. He doesn't have to do all that name calling and talking shite. He's just an absolute class act. Now, let's get back on track because I'm talking shite. Let's answer a little question. I think this bit's going to go on for quite a while, guys. So, why not? Why not talk shite inside my battered and bruised old Vango Orion? Okay then, the question is, people looking at getting into camping, they ask us all the time, Mandingo, can you give us some advice on what camping gear to buy? I need to buy everything. You know, it does cost a fortune when you want to get into this. You've got your tent to buy, your sleeping pad, your mattress, your stove, your pots and pans. And then you need your big rucksack, because if you've got all the gear and you haven't got your rucksack, you can't carry your gear out on a wild camp. You need your hiking boots. You need proper, like, hiking socks. You can't just put your cheap and nasty socks on from Sports Direct. You're going to get blisters when you're hiking. You need good thermal gear. Down jackets, waterproof jackets, woolly hats, thermal hats. But it's one of them things where once you've got your gear and you look after it, your gear can last you years, like this tent. This tent only cost me £99 a few years ago, and I've had this out in all sorts of weathers. And even when it's like lashing down, did you see the one I did in the storm the other week, Storm Dara? The rain wasn't even coming through it, even though it's just a budget tent. So this is the Vango Orion 2-man tent. I'm very fortunate at the minute. You'll have seen this in the recent wild camps. I've been given a tent. I've kind of like got a little bit of a partnership thing going on with North Tent. They've given us the North Tent Vern 1, which I'm so grateful for. And then they sent us a sleeping bag. The tent was £500 and something, and the sleeping bag's £400 and odd. The North Tent Ling sleeping bag. But you won't really need gear that good if you're just going to come out and do a bit local camping
or if you're not going to camp in like bad weather like what I do. So this tent will serve you well. Rather than go through everything again, I actually made a video, the old video gaga. Hold on. These bloody swedes. Let us get these swedes down, I can talk to you properly. There you go. Cheers, guys. Oh, very nice indeed. I done a video 3 years ago, or nearly 3 years ago, with young Chris. We were camping at Red Tarn in the Lake District. So I called the video Budget Gear While Camping at Red Tarn. I was in this tent and I had all my gear. And during the video, I told you what you could buy for like a starter setup for wild camping. And I left links in the description of that video. You know, the Amazon links for all the different items. So check that video, guys. What I'll do is I'll leave a link in the description of this video. So if you click that link, that'll take you straight through to that video. Or if you just want to flick through my videos now, Budget Gear Wild Camping at Red Tarn, and I'll show you all like the budget gear where you can get yourself set up on a budget. Yeah, it's still going to cost you a few £100, but once you've got that gear, that's going to last you a long time. So yeah, it's and it's a good hobby to get into. You don't have to have a drink like what I'm doing. I do this because I mean I enjoy a drink. I'm a dad, I'm a husband, I'm a granddad. I've got my wife, I've got my son, 2 stepdaughters, 3 grandkids, and at home I'm a family man. I'm a family mandingo. I've even got the body of Peter Griffin. I've got 4 dogs. I haven't got time to sit and have a drink at home. So the 2 nights a week when I come out camping, that's my time to chill out and have a good drink. And then at home for 5 nights a week, then I'm a good little boy, you know. I'm walking around Asda with Mrs. Blott. I'm washing the dishes. I'm taking the dogs for a walk. I'm scratching my arse and sniffing my fingers, just like all your mandingos. Or is it only me that does that? Yeah, but you don't have to take a drink when you come out wild camping. But it's nice though, isn't it, just to unwind. Do you know what I mean, guys? You can do this on a budget. Tin of soup, that's all you need. Couple of slices of bread, tin of soup, couple of beers, and then it's happy dingleberries, as they say in the Dudine. So there you go, guys. That answers that question. This tent costs £99. I can't go through all the rest of the gear. I can't remember off the top of my head what it cost. But check my old video out. I'll leave a link in the description of this video. Get yourself into it. You'll never look back. You'll never look back. It's a million times better than going out on the piss every weekend and wasting all your money on snorting coke and on snorting coke and paying £5 or £6 a pint in a pub. You know what I'm talking about, and you know it makes total sense, mandingos. I'm going to enjoy a few more of these, and when I bring you back, we'll be talking some more shite. Right. Yes, guys, time for a few more shotteroonies of Bleeble British liqueur Whisky. Not quite as strong as a normal Whisky, but still really strong. 30%. Oh yes, my Mandy Dingles. I've just finished watching the boxing. Well, a good half an hour or so. I've been reading a few comments on Facebook and on the different boxing forums on Google. But my honest opinion is, for what it's worth, because I'm not a boxing expert, I do like a little bit boxing. As you can see, I know how to throw a punch. No, on a serious note, guys, he got beat fair and square. Fury is a legend. He's had a fantastic career, but for me, it's time to call it a day. It's time to call it the old David here. Unless he wants one big money package from a fight in Saudi with Anthony Joshua. Two bums getting a big payday. I shouldn't say that, they're not bums. They both had a fantastic career. I wish I could have done what them could do, so yeah, I'll take that comment back. I'm not calling them. Both brilliant boxers. They're both fantastic. Fury and Joshua. When you look at what they've done, just Usyk, he's on another level altogether. Yes, he's not a big heavyweight. That's why he hasn't got the knockout power to flatten, you know, Joshua, Usyk. He even fought Chisora, didn't he? And he went the distance. He hasn't got that one punch knockout power because he came up from cruiserweight, but he's just an absolute mastermind, a genius of the boxing ring. He's a legend and I love him. I don't care that he's not from England. I am absolutely over the moon that Usyk has won, even though I did slightly want Fury to win just because he's British. But, you know, Fury can be a bit of a knobhead, just like me. Usyk's a proper gentleman. He's a legend. And if he wants to go off now and ride off into the sunset on his white horse, he can do that. And no one will be able to call him for it. But I think he'll fight Daniel Dubois. I think he'll want to totally clear things up about, bloody hell, the wind's picking up. You know when they fought last time? Was it 3 years ago or 4 years ago? And Dubois hit him right on the belt line. My honest opinion is, I think it was a fair knockdown. His shorts were pulled up very high. But it was 50-50. And he got a good 2 or 3 minutes, didn't he? To gather himself and get himself back up. And then he took over. And he got the KO against Dubois. Dubois has improved since then. I am some boxing expert, but I do like me boxing, guys. So, do I think Dubois would win if they fought again? No, I don't. Because although Dubois might have improved, Usyk's just a boxing mastermind. He doesn't just improve over months. He improves round over round. He sees things during the fight and he adjusts during the fight and he just gets better and better. So the one thing Dubois has got over Tyson Fury is he's got that one punch knockout where Fury didn't have that. The only way Fury was going to beat Usyk was over a long distance, weighing him down, going to points. Maybe he's a late knockout of tiring out. That didn't happen. Where Dubois has got that dynamite punch. Dynamite Daniel Dubois, as they say, in the deepest forest of the Congo. There you go, guys. I'm not going to bore you anymore with boxing because I love boxing. A lot of my fandingos do, but there'll be a lot of yous who do not give a shit. And I'm probably just boring the living daylights out here. So there you go, guys. Hopefully Usyk doesn't retire and he fights Dubois, but if he does, happy dingoes, he's an absolute legend. And I think he could have mixed it up with the best. You know, when people talk about the boxers these days, they couldn't have mixed it up with your Mike Tysons, your Lennox Lewis, your Riddick Bowe's and fighters, you know, of that era. I think Usyk could have. I really do think he could have. I think a lot of them fighters wouldn't have gotten near him, just like Fury. Yeah. So anyway, that's just my honest, humble opinion. Mad for it. I'm going to have a few more of these, but I'm going to leave enough for the Whisky with you. And next I'm going to have a Belgian beer. And I'm going to cook my hot dogs, my chili hot dogs very soon. You better believe I am. My fan sexualities. Ooh, sick. Ooh, sick. Ooh, sick. Ooh, sick. Oh, man. Oh, yes. You know, it makes sense, guys. There's one thing you can say about the Belgians. There might be a bunch of pussies, but they do make a fine lager beer, if you know what I'm talking about. Bonjour. Yes, guys, you know what time it is. Whisky time. Well, is it a whisky? It says it's a British honey whisky liqueur, so it's like a whisky. Babel, the old Justin Babel, kindly given to me from a legend by the name of Kevin Johnson, who is the admin on the Facebook group, Blot Outdoor Show fans group. Check it out, guys. Join up. You will not go wrong, dingoes. Cheers, Kev, my man friend. This was a full bottle I brought out. It's not quite a full-size bottle, you know, from a full-size bottle of whiskey. The full-size bottle of whiskey is 70 cl. This is 50 cl. So it's more than a half bottle. And as you can see, I am drunk dingo. I've drunk dingoed, I should say. I'm drunk dingo, yeah. I've drunk dingoed nearly all of this bottle. So, where's the famous Cub Dingo? There we go, guys. Oh, yeah. Let's get that popped in there. Ha, ha, ha. Oh, yes. You know it makes sense. My Mandy Dingles. And let's get the old Baker Rooney in it. Here we go, guys. Let's give that a swirl around. It's a light and sweet smell. Maybe a little bit of oak. Maybe the slightest little bit of banana. Yeah, that's just what I'm getting. Check it out on Google, guys. Have a read. You'll probably see a different thing altogether than what I'm saying. And that'll just prove that I'm not talking shite. I'm not just reading off the script, if you know what I'm talking about. A slight little bit of oakiness to it. But that's enough of the sniffing. Let's get on with the tasting. Right. Quite sweet. It's got a unique taste about it, like. It's got a taste of its own. So when you get things with a taste of its own, it's obviously hard to describe exactly what I'm talking about. But it is a sweet honey. I mean, it does say on the bottle, honey liqueur whisky. As far as the whisky is concerned, Can I taste the Whisky very much? Not really. It's more of a sweet liqueur. I'm stating the obvious. Whisky, honey. With the alcohol taste that is coming through, yeah, it is Whisky. It's not a brandy, it's not a gin. It's a definite Whisky thing going on. But it's very enjoyable, yeah. I mean, I'll drink my whiskey anyway. If I have a whiskey, I'll drink it neat. Most people would like a Pepsi or a cola or a lemonade. You know, if you're having a gin, you would like a gin and tonic. If you're having a vodka, you like a vodka and lemonade. Sorry guys, the old windy city's pushing that down. Whiskey, people normally like a Coca-Cola or a Pepsi with a Whisky. No, this, sorry guys, the tent is blown down, gale plat, force winds, and it's knocking on the camera, so we're just making this shit up as we're going along. Yeah, this doesn't need a mixer with it. It's cold here, so it doesn't matter. But if you're in the summertime and you're drinking this, a nice couple of blocks of ice in, a couple of cubes of ice would make the perfect drink. It's very nice, it's very tasty, a lovely whiskey liqueur with a toffee, oaky, sweet but not too sweet. Yeah, I don't like when it's too sweet. That's just right. Yeah, I have really enjoyed this. That's what I'm trying to say. It's been very enjoyable indeed. Kevin Johnson, cheers my man friend. Oh, look at that. A couple of little jiggeroonies. See, that's what it is. You put it down and you think that's it. You've always got to go back again because you get the slightest little bit of a jiggeroony. And that's quite nice. So, yeah, it's not a full-blown Whisky, but it's been a nice little treat. It's been very enjoyable indeed. So once again, cheers to Kev Johnson, my man friend sexual. Bleeble original British honey Whisky liqueur. Very enjoyable indeed. I'm going to give it a very respectable, a very decent, we're not like smashing records, but a very decent 7.7 out of 10 dingo, my Mandy Dingles. You know what I'm talking about, and you know it makes absolute, complete, total sense. You know what I'm talking about. This is serious wild camping. Bicycles, tricycles, van sexualities, and tran sexualities. Oh yeah. Why it's powerful. Why we're cooking on gas. Spit at Ainsley Harriet. Yes, guys. Here we go. Time to get stuck into a couple of chili doggeroonies. We've got some more And the old pansexual. The old pansexual. Pansexual. No messing around. Oh yes. This is the way of the Mandingo. Oh shit! Drop me sausage, guys. I've got it back. Ah, look at that mess down there. I've got chili all over the bottom of my tent. We'll have to clean that up in the Winnie Mandela. Yes, guys. Not the greatest Captain Mail I've ever had. But I don't know. Some people might say I've just mopped a load of stuff off the bottom of my tent. Some people might say it's the greatest camp I've ever had. Eating here. Hot dog, chili, nout special. You can't go wrong, guys. I'm just my way I go. I'll be me. I don't know how to be anything different, if you know what I'm talking about. So it's Saturday night now. You're watching this on Sunday night. Well, hopefully you are. On Monday, 2 days before Christmas, me and little Schmidt are going to the Lake District. We're going to do a wild camp by the side of a lake. A nice chilled out one. And then next week, me and young Chris are going to do a hot tent camp. You better believe it. We're going to hike up to a mountain summit. Oh yes. Hopefully the weather's not too bad. And then we'll get back to where we are. Get the hot tent up. Get the stove on. All the logs on the burner. Young Chris is going to cook a nice meal. He's going to play some tunes on his old guitar. Fantastic. Well, guys, I'm going to take this chance now to say a massive thank you to all you legends who have supported the Bloody Door Show this last week. Absolutely unbelievable. Each and every one of you is an absolute legend. Yeah. Thank you so much. I I love each and every one of you. You don't have to do it. The fact that you have makes me absolutely chuffed to bits. There's your names down there, and down there, down there, and down there. Cheers, guys. I love each and every one of you. There you go. I'll bring you back in a few seconds when we're getting settled into bed, and it's time to say bonjour. Au revoir. Yes, guys, it's time for bed. I am absolutely shattered. It's been a fantastic camp. Oh, yes. You better believe it is. It didn't go to plan earlier on. I had to jump back in the Blockmobile, drive all the way around and park over there on the road to nowhere. But we came in through the back end. We weren't defeated. That's what you've got to do, guys. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do something that you want to do if you know exactly what I'm talking about. Me feet got wet. I was trudging through Bogdan Milosevic, Denise Squelch and Jodie Marsh. So my feet are really cold. Yeah, it's the main part of my body that's cold. But it's happy dingleberries, as they say in the doo-dying. I'm now going to get some sleep. I'm going to jump in the old sleeping bag. What have I got left to drink? Oh, it's just nice stuff. Water and Pepsi Max and Paddy. So, yeah, all the drinks gone, guys. It's been a fantastic camp. It's now time for me to say bonjour, good night, Vienna, arrivederci, and a Vorsprung Dirk technique. I'll see you legends first thing in the morning, the coffee time, when it's time to say au revoir. You better believe it. Good night. Good night, Vienna. Bicycles. Tricycles. Good night, guys. Love yous. See you in the morning. Right. Good morning. Wow, what a good sleep I've had. It's 9:50. I need to get up. I need to get up and I need to get out of Dodge City before I get rumbled. Anyone could come walking past here with a dog. For all I know, someone's already walked past and seen the tent, but who gives a monkeys? Come on then, guys, let's get up. Quick slash Gordon and we'll get packed away. Rice. Matron. It's the glove of self-love. Oh. So there we have it, folks. That's me all packed away. Baghdad ready to put on my old Baccaroni. Bin diesel with all my shite. Obviously, you can see that's where the tent was. Let's have one more quick look over to Dalton Park. There we go, guys. Happy dingleberries. And to the manager, there ain't no stopping the man dingo, if you know what I'm talking about. Come on in, guys, let's get the bag on and let's make like a tree and split. Come on then, folks. Here we go. Got a few minute walk back to the Blockmobile. But that's another successful stealth camp completed. Oh yes, you better believe it is. There's a proper path here going down. I couldn't see that yesterday in the dark. I was coming up the bank further along there on my hands and knees through the trees. Hey, what a daft bugger. That's just the way it goes, guys. I was determined to do a stealth camp, even though I got turned back and they said I couldn't camp there. There's no stopping the mandingo, as they say. Oh, get down here. In the doo-doing. Yeah. Oh. So that's it then, guys. That's the end of this week's stealth camping video. Hope you've enjoyed it. I've had an absolutely fantastic time, like I always do. If you've enjoyed it, please give this mandingo a big thumbs up. Leave a comment. It really does help the channel. And please join me on the next one on Christmas Day, Christmas night. Me and the human dorsal fin wild camping in the Lake District. We're not getting dressed up or anything like that. You know, I'm not getting little Mick dressed up as an elf like loads of people have been asking. And I'm not getting dressed up either. We're just going out for a camp. We're going to enjoy it. And it's going on YouTube on Christmas night. So make sure you tune in for that. My man and woman friend dingoes. Okay then, guys, I will see you later. And thanks very much for watching. You know what I'm talking about. And you know it makes absolute, complete, total sense. Rice cakes.
Oh, matron.
You know, it's make total sense, mate. Very nice.